Just as we have our alert level settings for managing cases in New Zealand, we will also now have a framework for managing an outbreak in Australia. In many ways, we will treat Australia as a region of our own when making decisions on restrictions, albeit one with the complication of multiple internal borders. To help make that work as seamlessly as possible, our officials are already working closely together, and our health teams will be part of calls that discuss new cases that may emerge both here and in Australia. Once we know about a case in Australia, we will have 3 possible responses when it comes to flights and access to our border. And we've captured these with a framework based on continue, pause, or suspend. And if we saw multiple cases of unknown origin, we would likely suspend flights for a set period of time. In each of these situations, travellers in an affected state should expect 2 things. First, that they must follow the guidelines given to them locally. Second, that when travel does resume and they're able to come to New Zealand again, they could be asked to do one of 4 things depending on the risk. Either simply monitor their symptoms on return, 2, take a test before they depart, 3, isolate on arrival, or 4, possibly in some situations, go into managed isolation for up to 14 days. These precautions are all part of our preparation to keep COVID out, and of course are not based on hypotheticals. Both countries have had border incursions, and I know neither one of us wishes to export COVID to the other country. Basically, we can only draw back to 2019 figures, where roughly 40% of our arrivals in 2019 were coming out of Australia, and they were putting back into our economy over $2 billion worth of spending. And so that gives you a bit of a sense of quantums in 2019. The expectation is that estimates are that by 2022, the beginning of 2022, we may get to up to 80% of where we were pre-COVID when it comes to Australian travellers